The Cameroonian media landscape is expanding with the official launch of Time Watch Global magazine, a quarterly publication committed to information, innovation, and sustainable development. Under the leadership of Professor Cheo Ngu, publisher and editor-in-chief, the first edition was unveiled in Bamenda.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you see from where you're sitting, the baby is here.
A respected journalism trainer with over 25 years in shaping young minds in higher education, Professor Cheo Ngu described the magazine is designed to bridge academic insight with real-world storytelling.
I like to say that Time Watch Global magazine is quite providential because I toyed with the idea of creating a magazine over 14 years ago. 2025 makes me 25 years in higher education, and having attained the apogee, I asked myself, what can I do to showcase within the context of the entrepreneurial universe, where we are called upon not to only apply the savoir-faire or the savoir-savant, but also to showcase the savoir-faire, put differently, the know-how and the technical knowledge.
The first edition featured in-depth stories on climate resilience, innovative startups led by youths, education reforms, and policy shift in agriculture.
In Boya, we were training journalists and mass communicators. In Bamenda, we are training development communicators. I must say that this magazine is a product of what we are doing in Bamenda, development communicators.
Former students of Professor Cheo, now part of the editorial team, and lecturers themselves say contributing to Time Watch Global magazine is both an honor and a continuation of his vision.
Professor Cheo trained most of us. I'm today a doctor, teaching communication journalism and all of that. But I think if you read the articles, you will find that it's coming to blend futurization of the news. Soft news is news, and that is what you find in that magazine. And what you also find in that magazine is the fact that good news is news.
It's a paradigm shift in communication. Very professional, colorful, and I think there's a lot that even publishers of magazines in this country can learn.
Prof does not sugarcoat. If the story is not good, the story is not good. If the story needs to be made better, it needs to be made better. Prof is not in the business of making you feel good. He's in the business of making you act like a professional and be the absolute best of the best. So my experience working with him as one of the writers and contributors of this magazine is there were so many things that we had to go over to make sure that the details were right, the names were correct, the facts of the story were well done.
As contributors and readers gear up for the next edition, Time Watch Global magazine promises to be a voice stopping at nothing.
We stop at nothing.